Hi there, and thanks for joining us for KARE 11 News at noon. Let's get right to what a lot of people are talking about, probably feeling outside. We're taking a live look at I-94 just west of the metro, where we've seen rain and snow after hitting near record warm temps this week. Ben, my friend, I see behind you. What's going on?
Well, it's just a typical October 31st, right? Yes. As advertised, it is snowing, and yes, it is starting to accumulate across a good chunk of the region as well. The positive news we have been seeing is the roads, for the most part, are mainly just wet. However, areas just west of the metro, especially roads less traveled, are certainly seeing some accumulating stuff, even on some roadways, and we're getting reports of anywhere between 1 and 3 inches of snowfall. So here's our system right now. Most of it is changing back over to snow, even around the west metro where it's been mostly rain as of earlier this morning. I want to zoom in a little closer. You can see some of those darker blue areas. That's where the snow is really coming down at a rate of about a half an inch to even an inch per hour. And those higher snowfall rates are the reason why we're seeing some accumulating stuff. Now notice East Metro, Southeast Metro, we're still yet to change over to snow yet. But as that colder air filters in on the backside of this system, I think all of us are going to see this sloppy, wet snowfall in areas just northwest and west of the metro. These are the areas that are likely going to see between 2 and 5 inches of snowfall. Now, most of that accumulating stuff is on grassy surfaces. Most of it not necessarily on roadways. So plan on some sloppy, slushy conditions over the next couple of hours, just like what we're seeing here in Golden Valley. Not a lot of folks golfing out on the course today, and today is a KARE 11 Weather Impact Alert Day. We are continuing that alert until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Beyond that time, the system will start to wrap up and move off to the north and east, just in time for the trick-or-treaters to head out. We'll have your full forecast that includes additional rain chances in your 7-day forecast coming up. Alexis.
Oh man, Ben, thank you so much. Our major temperature flip this week may have you rethinking parts of your trick-or-treating plans. Audrey Russo has tips on how to stay safe and warm.
If you thought the morning commute was messy, well, trick-or-treating and Halloween is not going to be much better. I'm up in Monticello right now, where you can see there are a lot of cars out on I-94. Here's what the MnDOT tells me they have working in their favor. They say that the road temperatures are still above freezing at this point. That's the benefit that you get with a fall storm, is that the road temperatures are not freezing, so the snow is not likely to stick. They also say that when it comes to pre-treating the roads, obviously you see all the rain, it's just going to wash any pre-treatment away. So really they're trying to take a watchful wait stance just to make sure that the roads continue to stay clear. And when it comes to Halloween, the bitter cold that you're feeling right now, you're going to be feeling tonight when it comes time for trick-or-treating. So you're going to want to make sure that you are bundling the kids up warm. Take a listen to some of the folks we spoke to about how they're getting their families ready for trick-or-treating.
Well, what would be Halloween without Minnesota cold? So I feel like every time we plan a costume, you have to plan for how can you make this work if it's snowing.
Guess it's not totally unheard of for us in Minnesota to have a cold Halloween, but we are going to try to modify and do a lot of layers underneath our costumes.
And here's a fun fact. According to the Minnesota DNR, there have only been 7 instances of measurable snow on Halloween since 1872. The most recent one was last year, but I think tonight could become time number 8. Back to you.
Well, right now, Minneapolis city councilors are discussing a resolution to support the closure of the controversial Hennepin Energy Recovery Center. Michelle Beck breaks down its history.
City council members are again taking up a decades-old question, and that's whether or not to close the Hennepin Energy Recovery Center, which since it was built has raised concerns over air pollution. This is the Herc trash incinerator behind Target Field. According to the resolution on the table, it burns about 1,000 tons of garbage every day for energy. The document goes on to say the incinerator should be shut down at the latest by the end of 2027. And while it is county-owned and operated, the resolution will require the city to contribute, like with solid waste diversion, as soon as possible. City documents show there's 256 pages of public comments about this topic, so we know a lot of people will be tuned in to what happens. In the newsroom, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
Michelle, thank you. In the last 24 hours, the U.S. Attorney's Office announced charges against 11 members of the Lowe's Street Gang with RICO, the organized crime law created to take down the mob. This is part of U.S. Attorney Andy Lugar's effort to dismantle Minneapolis street gangs. Prior to yesterday, 80 gang members had been charged and 41 of them had been convicted so far. The Lowe's are rivals with another gang the office has targeted, the Highs. These defendants are allegedly responsible for 7 shootings affecting 10 victims. Well, there's just 5 days left until the general election, and when it's time to vote, it won't just be the presidential decision that will make a big difference in your life. You'll also be asked to pick a candidate in several contested judicial races. This year, there are 9, including the state Supreme Court, District Court, and Court of Appeals. Experts say contested races are rare because of the process to vet and appoint judges. Judges typically serve 6-year terms and are required to retire at age 70. And be sure to tune into our streaming app, KARE 11 Plus. All election night, we've got you covered. We'll have analysis, results, and updates. That will start at 5:30 Tuesday night. Right now, U.S. officials are traveling to the Middle East for one final push for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war. Experts are doubtful fighting will end before the election. In fact, multiple sources say Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is waiting to see who the next president will be. The war is expected to be a big issue on Election Day. Tech billionaire Elon Musk is trying to move a lawsuit over his $1 million giveaway to voters into federal court. He was due to appear at an emergency court hearing in Philadelphia today. And the city's district attorney, Larry Krasner, accuses Musk of operating an illegal lottery and trying to influence voters in the presidential election. Musk, a supporter of former President Trump, had been offering the giveaway in swing states. Russia is now fining Google $20 decillion. In perspective, that's $20 billion trillion and is larger than the global economy itself. The Kremlin says the tech company is refusing to pay fines for blocking pro-Russian channels on YouTube. Russia state media says if Google doesn't restore those channels, they'll face more charges. And if Google does not pay the fines in 9 months, they'll double every day. Well, tonight, KARE 11 Investigates has discovered thousands of Minnesotans tricked by fake home repair businesses. AJ Legault has a preview of an investigation we call Phantom Fixers.
So right up in here.
In 2020, Denise Messick realized her garage needed repairs.
We've had a squirrel issue.
She turned to Google and picked Harper Roofing.
Because online they said they were from Cottage Grove. So I figured it's a local company, it'd give my business to local businesses.
Right from the start, problems.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Denise and boyfriend Dan Tolve say the crew was just not professional.
They did a lot of damage to our house.
Follow-up proved difficult, so they paid Harper Roofing a visit at the listed Cottage Grove address.
It was actually a vacant lot. A vacant lot with nothing there.
A fake address. A business that, according to the Minnesota Secretary of State, does not exist. A made-up company, an empty field. Customers feeling scammed.
We wanted to know who was behind the hijacked or downright fake Google business listings.
Our investigation traced customers' credit card charges to a company called Premium Home Service.
And I say Premium Home Services, and you think,
what a story there is.
We discovered thousands of fake businesses nationwide, tens of thousands of customers deceived, and millions of dollars in suspicious profit. KARE 11 Investigates. Phantom Fixers, tonight at 10.